Imagine opening an inbox and seeing something so disturbing that it would make even the hardest criminals blush. These aren't just any emails. These are the top 10 nastiest threads from Epstein's stash, the ones that kept his twisted network alive. From manipulative power games to blatant trafficking of young women, this is the sickening proof that Epstein didn't just influence the powerful, he controlled them. We begin with one of the most disturbing threads. Imagine receiving an email that starts with, "Thank you for a fun night. Your girl was a little naughty." The name of the sender is redacted, but the context is frightening. Epstein gets a message about one of his victims, using a term that's far too close for comfort. What makes this email even more disturbing is its timestamp, March 11th, 2014. Epstein had already pleaded guilty in 2008 for illegal solicitation involving minors, so the fact that people still hung out with him raises more questions than answers. Why? What were they getting in return? And this was just the beginning. This email alone could have been explosive in court, offering a glimpse into the normalized environment Epstein had cultivated. This one's another uncomfortable nugget. On September 14th, 2014, Epstein wrote, "Not a good idea for you to come today. Too many wash people think you look too young." What does this mean? Was Epstein talking about a young adult who looks underage? Was he aware that his actions were coming under scrutiny after his prior conviction? It's unclear who the recipient was, but the wash people phrase might suggest a group of wealthy, powerful individuals, potentially aware of Epstein's activities. Then again, it could suggest some of the many employees at his residence. Either way, Epstein wasn't too concerned about flaunting the victims he brought there. Here's one that hits hard. Epstein emailing, "How old is this one?" in 2009. It's simple, direct, and disturbing, especially considering the follow-up. The email chain shows Epstein receiving a flip video, the precursor to today's smartphone videos, of a young woman. After confirming she's 19, Epstein replies, "Bring it to New York, please." This is a prime example of Epstein's systematic recruitment of women.
Isn't it true that you kept a calendar or schedule?
Video record at 1:05 p.m.
Mr. Epstein, how long have you been attracted to underage minor females?
Are you kidding?
No, I mean, I don't feel like I'm divulging any secrets here, right? No, that's the question.
I'd like to answer that question as well, like all your other questions today. However, I have to follow my attorney's advice. They have told me that I must invoke my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment right to not answer those questions today, or any questions relevant to this lawsuit.
This email isn't just concerning, it's a window into how Epstein organized his abuse, and it ties into his pattern of trafficking young women for powerful people. Every word, every response feels more damning as the context unfolds. Here's where Epstein's behavior takes a nauseating leap into even darker territory. In a disturbingly casual email exchange, Epstein writes, "It would be nice if when I asked you to rub my head or my feet, you actually did it for more than 10 minutes without thinking about something else." The recipient is unknown, but the intent is crystal clear. Massages weren't just relaxation sessions, they were the gateway to Epstein's abuse. This wasn't just some odd request, it was a calculated power move, a way to manipulate and control the women around him. Epstein wasn't just requesting physical contact, he was conditioning his victims, setting the stage for the disturbing acts that followed. Then, on August 2nd, 2015, Epstein emails someone with the phrase, "Now that I understand, try to take some photos. Be open, brave, wild." What's even worse is the response. "Okay, I asked my friend. She will take some photos tonight or tomorrow." Epstein's reply is even more chilling. "Your trip will depend on how they are." Photos for a trip? This is the epitome of bargaining and coercion. Epstein was clearly offering rewards in exchange for explicit material, which goes far beyond flirtation or casual conversation. It's a clear-cut case of manipulation. In one particularly grotesque exchange, Epstein tells someone, "It isn't easy for a Teletubby to look." Epstein wasn't just a businessman, though. He was mentally manipulating people into a world of fantasy, where sexy was about far more than just the appearance of consent. His fixation on power and control bled through every single email. With phrases like this, he was grooming individuals to comply with his twisted requests. Whether this email is just dark humor or an alarming indicator of his intentions, it's the cultural norm he was enforcing. Everything and make it feel normal. Now, these exchanges are already disturbing enough, but one thread from April 22nd, 2012 is just jaw-dropping. Epstein writes, "Make sure you take some form of antibiotic for the bleep nucleosin or some such. You've had many bleeps in just a few weeks. This was sent to a woman who, as it turns out, had frequent physical encounters with other men. Epstein's email here isn't just perverted. It's a reflection of his ownership mentality. He viewed the women around him like commodities, encouraging encounters under the guise of looking out for them.
The power dynamic was clear. Epstein controlled who and what came in contact with these women, and it was his domain to oversee. Here's another email that stands out. Epstein engages in a bizarre riddle with someone. What is greater than God? More evil than the devil? Rich need it. Poor have it. If you eat it, you will die. The answer? Your bleep. It's a crude, graphic joke. While this may sound like something meant to shock, it's a reflection of Epstein's mindset, where every topic, even the most vile parts of human existence, was fodder for jokes among his twisted circle. In a thread from September 14th, 2014, Epstein's dark patterns continue. In this exchange, he demands, "Send me great photos, no excuses." The response is equally unsettling. "You will be receiving at least one photo every single day until the day I see you in New York." Again, Epstein wasn't just asking for pictures. He was conditioning people to comply, offering rewards, and building a transactional system around content. This was all part of a larger scheme, and these emails proved it. In one of the most disgusting emails from December 18th, 2009, Peggy Siegel, a well-known Epstein associate, writes, "Can bring a little baby back for you, or two, boys or girls." The context was that Peggy was sending an update to Epstein about an upcoming trip to Kenya. She casually mentions bringing babies back for Epstein, something that would make anyone's skin crawl. This email takes it one step further, suggesting international trafficking, where Epstein had people willing to do his bidding from across the globe. Not only did Epstein manipulate and control, but he also had a network that carried out his sick desires worldwide. The fact that he had a woman carrying out his plans adds another stomach-churning layer to the entire enterprise. Now, whether or not Siegel was being serious about bringing babies back for Epstein is another matter. But with what we've already seen exposed in the files, it's not something that's out of the realm of possibility. Even if it was some sick joke, the fact that the pair found humor even in the idea of it is enough of a red flag to warrant investigation. Ultimately, the emails released from the Epstein files don't just offer disturbing glimpses into his warped world. They expose a methodical system of manipulation, trafficking, and exploitation. And let's not sugarcoat it. These aren't just creepy emails. They are a disgusting blueprint for a man who thought he was untouchable, playing God with the lives of the young and vulnerable, all while high-profile players turned a blind eye or profited from it. While the defense might claim these are taken out of context or exaggerated, there's too much evidence pointing to the fact that these exchanges were part of a larger predatory system. The fact that Epstein was allowed to continue for as long as he did is the scandal in itself. Essentially, it shows the systemic failure that enabled him to keep operating for decades. So yes, these emails are vile, but they're also the key pieces of evidence that should have been used to burn Epstein's world down in court. Unfortunately, he never made it there. But as we uncover more, we're left with one unsettling reality. Epstein's world didn't die with him. So let this be a lesson. The truth is stranger and much darker than we ever thought. And the more we uncover, the more we realize that Epstein's world wasn't just a bubble, it was a cesspool, and everyone knew about it.